I guess everybody's heard that there is a revolution going on, a revolution where there's people who want to get control, who want to get more control, and who want to get the choices that they believe are theirs, and who are fighting against entrenched people, entrenched ways of thinking, and big players who want to prevent them from doing this. And I'm not talking about Ukraine or Venezuela. I am talking about television. But what is television? Close your eyes for 2 seconds and imagine what the word television means to you. And now you can open your eyes, and television may mean a device. It's the thing that is in the middle of a living room, or was. And for a number of people, it's still that. It is also an experience. It's this thing that we can get together and watch something and share the experience together. It is also, obviously, the content, and more it is about content. People, you know, the binging, the big content things that we do like for hours on end. But for a number of people, it's still the networks. And I'll come back to that, because the networks are currently part of this fight that we're talking about. So when we talk about the future of television, what do we think about? Well, we've taught a class for 7 years, and we talk about this idea of television being about connectivity. But not just connectivity of the plug in the wall, the connectivity of the people who actually are sharing in that experience, and the connectivity more and more of these different devices that fill our lives, our phones, our tablets, our real television. It's not all about the internet. Some of it comes through the air, but they're all connected. It's about community. Which community? Well, us, obviously, but also the community of the people who produce the content. A lot of times people forget that these storytellers, the people who actually tell these incredible stories, are also a community, and they talk to us through television. And this is about collaboration. And again, this is the collaboration between us, between the content producers, and often between also the different means that these things take to come to us, the content, and the collaboration between the networks, the collaboration, again, between our different devices. So one question that we can ask ourselves, now that we are all connected, we can make communities through social networks, and we can collaborate. Are we all broadcasters? What is the definition of broadcasters? Actually, to send content through television to people who watch it. So could we all be broadcasters? Well, in our class, we also talk of something that is the 3 I's. Television is immersive. Yes, we want to be in it. And a lot of times people forget of the difference between this lean forward and lean back. Once in a while, we just want to watch something. We don't want to interact all the time. It's very intimate. We sometimes have these really like shows that we like, but we don't really want everybody to know it. So this is our intimacy in a way. You know, nobody wants to know that you're watching this thing, but you do. But it's also very immediate. And I think for people who design the next generation television, this is also something very important. When you come here and you open the TV, you don't want to have to wait forever. You want it to be very immediate. So this combination of all these things creates that experience. So are we all broadcasters? Well, if we can respond to that, we're good. But if you think of what people usually talk these days when they talk about creating content, consuming content, they talk about drama and sports. But television is about much more than that. It's about news and the new ways that we can create news. We all have means of creating video right now, so the news can change. They can become us. There's about healthcare. It is well known that people will talk about their health problems if they watch something on TV that relates to them. And it's also back to what television was supposed to be when people invented it in the 40s and 50s. It was about education. And we all are educated by television. Television tells us about the world and often tells us about ourselves. But what does it mean? Why am I here? Because this is all known things. Well, right now there's a lot of people who have to redefine and realign themselves in the television sphere. We're talking about the traditional broadcasters. We're talking about the advertisers. But in a way, we, the people who have this power over our own content now, we actually are beyond that. So the future of television is more us. And if you think that, for example, the Supreme Court of the United States is going to take a case for Aereo, which is this little company that puts an antenna that allows you to watch TV on the internet, that is going to be fought by the same people who actually create the original laws. So there's no turning back. There's a lot of people who are asking themselves, what is going on? But we know that democratization of television, this is what we're experiencing now. We are experiencing television becoming democratic. So when we talk about the socialization of television, I repeat, we're talking about community of people, us and the people who create that content. We're talking about the community of our devices, and we're talking about the communities of stories. And all of this is enabled by the internet, is enabled by wireless technology, but also uses legacy communications for our friends and family who are not connected to the internet. And that's the beauty of it. We can actually create all these communities. So, are we all broadcasters? Actually, we are all broadcasters. We can create the content we want to watch. We can actually create the playlists of other people's content that we want to watch. We can actually watch it when we want. We can actually watch it with other people. This living room of the 50s is now the world, because we can actually share that experience with people who are not with us and who are in other countries, but we can actually share the experience with them. And thanks to all our communications, we are really all broadcasters. Thank you.